Joining me now is House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy himself, live and in person, the Silver Fox. Good to see you, Leader McCarthy. So listen, I got to say, I love the agenda. I love that you guys are putting your ideas on the table, telling America what Republican leadership means for the country. But when you look at this, Mr. Leader, what is the part when you're talking about the government accountability? What does that mean to voters?
Well, first, thanks for having me back on, Sean. You're doing a tremendous job. And thank you for talking about the commitment to America. It's a plan for a new direction. I think elections should have contrast. You should tell the American public what you would do if you were trusted with the majority. When we talk about a government that's accountable, what we're talking about here is, first of all, making sure we're protecting our constitutional rights, the Second Amendment, the freedom of speech. But it's also a responsibility of government, especially in Congress, of a check and balance. Let's look into why is the DOJ going after parents for going to a school board meeting and calling them terrorists simply because they want to have a say in their kids' education. You want to rein that part of government in. And what about what really happened in Afghanistan? Why didn't the administration listen to the military? Wouldn't we want to know what went wrong so that never happens again? We've watched all the people around the world who have died from COVID. Why don't we know where it originated from? Why do the Democrats protect and never have the hearings to know where it originated from? That's just some, but I've sent more than 500 preservation letters on numerous topics throughout. How do we have a check and balance? How do we rein in that abusive government going after individuals? The best way to do that is through our committees. And as you know, Sean, as you served, every committee has an oversight committee that they can go in and have responsibilities to eliminate that wasteful spending as well.
You know, Mr. Leader, I think it's always hard. A lot of Americans think, oh, Republicans win the House, they're going to pass all this legislation, we get the country back on track. The truth is, the way bills are passed is they have to pass the House, the Senate, and you need the president to sign them. I doubt that Joe Biden agrees with this agenda. I saw him on the day that you rolled out the agenda. He was there attacking you and all the great things to get the country back on track that you were talking about. But I do think it's really important, the oversight component, which is what the House can do under your leadership, to go, you know what, we're going to shed a light to bring truth to what's happened. You're right, in the DOJ. What happened with COVID? I mean, the fact that you have, you know, it seems like the DOJ and the FBI targeting Republicans, the politics of law enforcement, where justice is supposed to be blind, it's all of a sudden become a tool for the Democrat Party to expose that. I think gets us back to center as a country.
Exactly. You want fairness,
yes.
Especially a justice system that's fair. It doesn't pick on one side over the other, and we're watching what's happening today. But you're right, Sean. The president did attack the commitment to America, and I challenged him. Let's debate. Let's debate your policies of that American Rescue Plan that spent $2 trillion that kicked off inflation in America. Even the Democrats warned you about. Larry Summers, former Treasury Secretary. Steve Ratner, the advisor to Obama, calls it the original sin of inflation.
That's right.
Let's talk about becoming energy independent, what he's done to the energy of America, making the price of gas higher, costing everybody. His regulations in making inflation go even higher. Then talk about the border. We talk about a nation that's safe. We want to secure our border. Stop this fentanyl coming in and killing our children. And then what about the Democrats when they want to defund the police? We watched crime go crazy across this country. We're changing all that. We're going to make sure 200,000 new police officers are going to be on the streets in these local communities. But also, we're going to put a real light onto these prosecutors, and you happen to be one, but you were a good one, about them not upholding the law. Exactly what you're talking about. Equal justice. You need to uphold the law of those that are on the books today.
Leader McCarthy, you know, I think we see you on TV. You talk about policy. You talk about an agenda. You talk about where you want to take the country. I don't think a lot of viewers understand how well you understand America. You understand and know the districts in America, I think, better than any pollster. Anyone who comments on this stuff, you know it better. And you go to a lot of these districts. What do you think is going to happen this election season? I'm watching the polls. It looks like Republicans have a red wave coming. And then you see some polling go, well, it's not going to be such a wave. And then we see Joe Biden's, you know, polling numbers go back down to 39% in the, I think it was the NBC Washington Post polling that came out on Sunday. What do you see? I mean, you're going to get a majority? If so, by how much? What are you seeing on the ground?
Look, I think you've watched between June and August. Both parties had some good months and some tough months. Now we're just 40-some days out. This is where the real competition begins. And if you look at the former press secretary to Biden, she admitted If this election is a referendum on Biden, the Democrats lose big. If you look at the ABC, CBS polls, the #1 issues to Americans, and I just came back from 26 different states in the last 40-some days, inflation, crime, the border, what's happening in your kids' education. We have a parent's bill of rights, so the administration can't go after you. You could have a say in your kids' education. I think Republicans are going to win, and I believe they can win the Senate as well. Why? Because people want a new direction, and that's exactly what the commitment to America is. It's a plan for a new direction. You know what? Go to commitmenttoamerica.com, read it, and look at it. Contrast it with what you currently know. Democrats want to defund the police. They've opened up our border. They brought you inflation by the runaway spending. They don't, up front, they don't compete against China. We're going to bring that supply chain back from China to America. What are they doing for a check and balance of this runaway government, reining them back in? Why wouldn't you want the gas to be actually lower?
I think I might have lost the leader there. I was going to ask him what kind of response he has had on the campaign trail. I'm sure it's been pretty good. But I appreciate Kevin McCarthy, leader of the Republicans in the House, for joining me